Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Rugged Medicine YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at the OPQRSTA pain assessment acronym and going through it step by step. Now pain assessment models, of course, there are plenty. OPQRST, OPQRSTA is just one of them. There's still Socrates and various others. Today we're going to focus on OPQRST. Now, why use a model? Well, it allows for a quick, structured and efficient pain assessment, and it makes it less likely that you're going to forget something. So let's recap the individual steps. O stands for Onset, Provokes, Palliates, Quality, Radiate, Severity, Timing, and the associated signs and symptoms. Now, I put that in a bracket here as not everybody is aware of the OPQRSTA, but it is a good little add-on that I'll discuss in a little bit. Now, let's go through them one by one. So when asking about the onset is, when did the pain start? In other words, you want to look for a time, you want to look for a day, you want an exact note of when it started, not, sometime recent. When did it start? Provokes, in other words, what provokes the pain? So what makes the pain worse? What makes your pain worse? And P is a two-parter, and then there comes Palliates as well. So that is what improves it. So what makes the pain better? Which may be rest, which may be ice, which may be a particular position, for example. Quality, what type of pain is it? So that's where you ask the patient could you describe the pain to me? Now be careful with prompts here, because you might be inclined to speed up the process and say, well, is it a crushing pain? Is it a stabbing pain? Is it a burning pain? Is it a sharp pain? And giving prompts means that people are often inclined to go with the first thing that is being said instead of thinking about it for a second and then going, it is actually burning or it is actually stabbing. So don't start straight away with going, could you describe the pain for me? Is it, for example, A, B, C, or D? Don't do that. Give it a bit of a time, give it a moment to say, could you describe the pain to me, and see what it's like. If they really don't know what to say, you can carefully do some prompts, but otherwise people are likely to go with the first option that you give them because they just want to get on with this assessment so they can get something for the pain. Radiate. Does the pain radiate anywhere? Now, obviously, in certain areas, in certain parts of the body where we have pain, that's going to tell us more than in other regions. So, of course, with chest pain, radiating up the neck or down the left arm, of course, is a key indicator for an AMI. But you still don't want to prompt here. You want to just say, does it radiate anywhere or spread to anywhere? And then let them make up their own mind whether that's a yes or a no. Severity. Now, this is where you get various different versions in the OPQRST model. Now, I always do it on a scale of 1 to 10, but some people also say you can do it on a scale of 0 to 10. Now, I do 1 to 10 for one specific reason, and that is if 1 is no pain and 10 is the most pain you can imagine, what would you score this pain as? Now, that is a 10-point scale. If you were to say between 0 and 10, in other words, 0 is no pain and 10 is the most pain you can imagine, then technically that's an 11-point scale. And as I understood it, have been taught and have read about it, this should technically be out of a 10-point scale, because if you did it out of an 11-point, then you're technically altering the scale by about a ninth, so about 9%, which is not very much, so I'm sure you could probably do both, but I always prefer to do between 1 and 10. Timing. Now, timing is different to onset, technically speaking. So this isn't about what time did it start, but what has been the timing of the pain. In other words, has it been there the entire time? Has it gotten better or worse since the pain originally started? Has the pain changed over time in its nature or in the impact it's had on you? So, for example, if it's a painful ankle, has it changed? For example, could you walk on it first and now you can only hobble on it? Or can you now not put any weight on it? Or previously couldn't weight bend, now you can. So the timing is about the intervals between pain, the development or progression of pain. It is not the same as the onset time. And as a final one, the optional extra, the A, which is associated signs and symptoms. Now that is a nice way to remember to include that question in your assessment, because we want to know whether there's any reasons to suspect other contributing factors for this incident having caused the pain. So for example, if somebody's got chest pain, and you ask them, were you feeling dizzy before, nauseous, lightheaded? Do you have pain anywhere else? All of those questions could give us clues about what has happened, how it is progressing, or how it is improving. Or it gives you a clue towards what else you might want to investigate. So for example, if somebody's got a pain in their ankle that they're rating, let's say 8 out of 10 after having twisted it, for example, and then you say, did you feel lightheaded at the time? Were you dizzy? Were you nauseated? And then they go, oh yes, I was sort of feeling like I was going to black out. And that's when I didn't see the step and twisted my ankle. That would give you a clue towards further assessment. So the associated signs and symptoms section can be a very valuable addition. And that sums up OPQRSTA already. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if there's other pain models you'd like to see a video on that maybe I'm not going to cover in future or just as an inspiration for me, please let me know which other models you'd like to have a video about, and I'll do my best in order to make one for you. As always, I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.